Hello and welcome to WebDevMentors YouTube channel, and you're watching Python tutorial series for beginners. So in this video we're going to see about the installation and setting up of Eclipse IDE with PyDev. The first step is downloading the Eclipse IDE from eclipse.org website, and the short link for Eclipse download section is bit.ly/Eclipse IDE. So you can use this short link in order to access the Eclipse download section directly, where you can download the distribution that is best suited for your operating system. And the next thing that we have to concentrate on is the PyDev. PyDev is the Python IDE for Eclipse. So in order to make your Eclipse IDE to work well with Python or help you good in Python programming, then you have to integrate PyDev in your Eclipse IDE. So the official website for PyDev is pydev.org, where you can see various documentations and informations about the PyDev. And you have to integrate PyDev in Eclipse. So the link for integrating PyDev in Eclipse is pydev.org/updates. So I'm going to show you through all the steps that is needed in order to download and install Eclipse IDE and then integrate PyDev in the Eclipse IDE. So first, I'm just going to go into the browser where I'm going to show you where you can download the Eclipse IDE from. So this is the link, or this is the website where you can download the Eclipse IDE. So if you use the short link that I provided, then you will be routed directly to this page where you can download the Eclipse IDE. So you can download the first distribution itself, which is actually having two other distributions for Windows. One is for 32-bit operating system and the other is 64-bit operating system. So if you're downloading for different operating system, you can select the operating system in here. It is having for Linux and Mac OS X as well. So download the Eclipse IDE. I have already downloaded the Eclipse IDE. Mine is Windows 64-bit. So once you've downloaded it, you'll be getting an archive file or a zip file, which is exactly similar like this. So it's going to be Eclipse, Java, Luna, SR1, Win32, x86, 64. So if you have downloaded for 32-bit, this would be different. So all you have to do is that you have to extract the files inside this zip file to the desired location where you want the Eclipse to be available in. So I've extracted this Eclipse in my C drive, which is my Windows driver. You can see that Eclipse_Python. So that is the folder in which my Eclipse for Python is extracted. So I'm going to go in, and you can see that these are the files that will be coming along with the Eclipse installation. So you don't have to actually go through an installation wizard. It's just going to be the extraction of the files inside the archive file. So all you have to do is that run the eclipse.exe, and it takes some time initially in order to set up the configuration file. So don't worry about it if it takes a minute longer. So I'm just going to wait for it. It's asking me the workspace folder that I want the project files to be saved in. So I'm going to give Python as my folder. So I'm going in. It's going to take some time. So mine has opened up. It might be a little bit different for you when the Eclipse is open at the first time for you. So it might have opened up with the welcome screen. Let me show you actually. So this would be the screen that you might have seen when you have opened the Eclipse IDE. So here it is, just loading up. Yep, this is the screen that will be showing up when you first open the Eclipse IDE. So don't worry about it, just have to close it. And you can see that, well, I have closed the folder, project folder as well. So I'm just going to show again, Project Explorer. So that way you just learn something where you can actually bring back the Project Explorer right now. So I'm going to install new software. So you have to go to the help menu and go to the install new software. This is where you're going to use that link that I've shown for the PyDev. So I'm going to actually type htttp and pydev.org/updates. So I'm going to use this link, and here it is. It's already there. Seems like I've already accessed this site. So it might take a little longer for you to actually figure out this. So these are the two packages that will be available when you use this link in here. So you have to download and install only this PyDev, not the PyDev Myelin integration at this moment. Maybe you might need it when you're using Myelin. So I'm just going to press next. After that, it's going to take some time in order to calculate the requirements and dependencies for the PyDev. So don't worry about it. It depends on your system and the internet speed. So now the checking has been done. Now I have to download the PyDev for Eclipse and install it in my Eclipse IDE. So I'm going to press next. It's going to ask for the license agreement. Just accept it. press the finish button. It's going to download it and install it. It might take different time for different people based on your internet speed. So just wait for it. It's going to take some time. I'm going to pause the video till the point where this software is installed or when a prompt arises asking me for some. Well, after the download is complete, when it is installing the PyDev, so you'll be asked for accepting the certificate. So just select it and press OK. There's no problem with that. And just continue the installation process. It will take some time, of course. So once it finishes installing, you have to restart the Eclipse IDE. So it shows up the prompt where I have to press S and just wait for it. It will restart the Eclipse IDE again while I'm waiting. So I'm using the same Python folder as my workspace. Well, here we are. It is opened up. So at this moment we are not using Python, so just in the Java perspective again. So let's actually check whether the Python integration was good. PyDev integration was working. So here we are. The Python has been installed properly. So let's actually add some few things. So we have multiple interpreters. I want to add a Python interpreter in here. So you can see that under the interpreters section, we don't have anything under Python interpreter. So we have to add it. Just select new and add a name for that. I'm using Python 3 interpreter. So I'm going to select the Python 3 interpreter. And you might have already known where you have installed the Python 3.4. So I've installed it in my C driver, which is the Windows driver. So it might be there. And if you've changed it while installing Python, then it might be in different place. So go look for it, find it, and open it up. And all you have to do is that you have to use the python.exe. So open and press OK. So this is going to check and get all the information about the Python. Wait for it. And here you can see all the libraries that is available with the Python 3.4. Just select every packages that is available and just press OK. And now we have integrated Python 3 for the interpreter as well. So press apply. It's restoring the Python path. Well, obviously it takes different time based on your system configuration and specifications. Mine is a fairly slow computer, so it's going to take some extra time. It might be fast for you. Well, it's asking for some kind of a network permission. I'm just going to allow the access, and that's it. It's configured properly. I'm going to press OK, and let's go and create a new project where we can select the PyDev, and under PyDev you can select the PyDev project. So press next. I'm just going to give hello world for this project. It's not something very big. We are going to do that. I'm going to select Python. But here you have to select the 3.0, not the 2.7. We are not using 2.7 anymore, so select 3.0. Well, if you want 2.7, you can select that as well, but at times when I'm doing something with 3.0, it might not work with 2.7. So even 2.7 might not work with 3.0 because 3.0 is not completely supporting 2.7. So I'm pressing next and just finishing it. That's it. It's going to ask you whether it can change the perspective from Java to PyDev, that is the Python perspective. Press S for that, and it's going to change everything. It's just removed a couple of places and use this. So I'm just going to select, in order to test if it is working fine, I'm going to actually create a file, and it's going to be hello world.py, and press finish. It's going to ask something, just press OK for it, no problem. Well, just select Reddit again. It's just something kind of a support file for PyDev. So let's actually print something in here. Hello, sorry, it's printed as a string. Hello world. Just completed it, save it, and let's run it. I'm going to run it with Python run, and here we are. We got the output for the file. It's working fine. So a Python integration is working fine, and the PyDev is working fine with the Eclipse. So this is made our work a lot easier with Eclipse IDE. So it's a fairly long video in order to explain to you, so it does need all these steps in order to integrate Python into your Eclipse IDE with the help of PyDev. So first thing and the very important thing that you have to consider before starting up the Eclipse installation and setting up processes that you have to install Java and Python before going into the Eclipse part. So I have forgotten to say this in the initial part of the video itself. It's my fault, of course. Well, if you are encountering some errors, or if it says that it cannot find the Java installation path or the Python installation path, or you cannot find the Python in your system, then you might have not installed Java or Python in your system. So go back to the installation of Java and also Python in your system, and then come back to Eclipse and do those configuration again by seeing this video. Well, anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video, and if you find this video useful, please hit the like button and also share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments or suggestions or feedbacks, please feel free to share it in the comment section of this video, or on our Facebook page, Google Plus page, or Twitter feed. Or you can also contact me personally through the social links I have provided in the description section of this video. And thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.